I have an update on the seditious chicanery of the Badgers. Not only are they landing on Our Lady Sovereign's soil, but they plan to host meetups in various areas of the country. I won't hear of it. I can only imagine the depravity they get up to. According to my sources, they plan to host one of their outlandish druidic engagements at the West Terrace of the Excel Centre in London. In broad bloody daylight? How brazen. Later that day, they plan to do a pub crawl. Pub crawl? Is that a euphemism for sex with the devil? I should cocoa. Starting at Trafalgar Square sometime around 9:30 p.m. Or finishing there, or just being there at some point, Lord only knows. You could call it herding cats, it's more like herding snow leopards. You thought I was going to say it, didn't you? But I didn't. If they get some additional travel expenses from their fundraiser, they're also going to swing up to Manchester for a meet-up in Piccadilly Gardens in front of Cafe Nero, Friday the 15th at 4 p.m. Should barely stay there. The ruffians like you belong. And then they're going to meet again in Newstead Abbey at 4 p.m. the following day. The Abbey? The seat of the Byrons? How dare they? What cheek! And the absolute pinnacle of devilry is this. Their supreme Grand Dick Pooh Badger is going to spout some kind of black magic incantation in public. Yes, if their scheme works, Karen will do a public reading of her gutter-minded tripe, Can't Bump the Trump. Can you imagine it? Her eyes wide, spittle flying, speaking such ghastly, bipartisan snoop color. What where children can hear it? Under no circumstances should you fund this debauchery and dissipation. This is an assault upon our very queen-fearing British values. And if you need any more encouragement not to donate, just listen to these testaments from her former associates.
That bitch is always interrupting me.
It's bad enough trying to control a show with so many women, but with Karen there, the Thursday night show is always the worst. I have nightmares every Wednesday beforehand.
You know, that woman just has absolutely no tact. Anytime you try to talk during a live show, she just goes on and on and on, never can get a word in edgewise. I mean, who does she think she is? Just a failed waitress who is now running her mouth on the internet? Give me a break.
She's difficult personality, hard to get along with. Fucking bitch, really. Fucking judgy fucking bitch.
She's just so full of herself. She thinks she owns the entire show. Just a horrible person altogether. I don't know why anyone would listen to her.
You know, she always gets up there, she'll get up on stage and, like, start off with all of her, oh, look at these facts, look at this evidence, oh, look at this document, look at this history, look at this book. You know, she's always about the history. Look at my big brain, look at my big brain, look at my big brain.
It's gonna be so sweet to see her reading that smut, dressed as the queen.
And you know what else? She eats the last slice of pizza. And the last chips in the bag. Don't leave your drink around her. It's gonna get drunked up.
I'm supposed to be the moderator, but Karen just keeps talking over the hosts as well as the guests.
Yeah, okay. You know, she looks like she smells like moldy paper and wet leather book bindings and that glue made out of horses. You know, it's all like yellow and crusty shit.
If people knew what she was like behind the scenes, no one would subscribe to her channel. She's just awful. I don't call people bad lightly, but she's just bad.
You know, I've heard she puts the toilet paper roll in backwards, and her favorite band is Nickelback.
That's what she brings, right? She's trying to bring us all this this bullshit historical context crap that nobody gives a fuck about except for the people who actually care about this shit.
And I can't even mute her, because when I try, she just unmutes herself immediately after. It's like she can read my mind. And Allison's tried muting her in the past, and it's actually given her PTSD.
She's a drunk, too.
Also, I don't know if I should be saying this here, but if you guys can keep this off the record, I'm pretty sure that 90% of the time, she's drunk when she's on the show.
Take her big fucking brain, stick it up on the stage, probably drown it in a bit of vodka, which is fine. That's alright.
She stays so pumped full of alcohol, her blood could be used as rocket fuel. In fact, I think she is drunk 90% of the time on air. A funeral pyre for her would look like a terrorist attack.
I'm sorry, but it just and when she's drunk, she's very abusive. I would even say borderline violent.
You're not going to tell her I said this, are you? Because, like, she beats some of the other honey badgers, and I've been safe so far.
Poor Allison. The doctor says she might recover, but it's going to take a great deal of rehab.
Alright, I'm conflicted, but I'm also kind of down with it, because, I'm going to London. I'm going to London to chew bubblegum and kick ass, as the saying goes, and I'm all out of bubblegum. So send me the girl. Send me girl writes what? Chapstick and all.
And it scares me. It scares me. Donate to my Patreon.
And if that isn't enough, listen to what her children have to say.
I can't believe it. She makes me dig up sandbags every day for like 2 cents an hour. And then she just decides not to give me the money.
She totally gouges me and my sister on rent. We're supposed to be saving up for school. It's like she's running one of those company towns from 100 years ago, where they'd make you rent a company house and shop at a company store just to make sure you stay poor.
Every day when I leave for work, she tells me, have a shitty day. I worked at customer service desk at Walmart. Every day is gonna be shitty. And she just rubs my nose in it. What kind of mom does that?
She's always leaving on trips without even telling us beforehand. It's like she thinks we're her fans, like we follow her on Twitter or something, and we just find out when she's headed to some event. Bullshit.
I rickrolled her once and she made me dig sandbags for 4 hours in a thunderstorm. Like, what the heck? She gets takeout while I'm at work and eats it all. Then when I have the day off, she cooks something with mushrooms in it. She knows I hate mushrooms. I think she does it on purpose. Sandbags. So many sandbags.
Unbelievable! Don't we have laws against these people and the Billingsgate hodgepodge rattling around in their skulls? It could be catching. They should be put into quarantine, so whatever's incubating their filthy brains doesn't infect the good, upstanding, sane people of this land. At least the ones who didn't vote to leave. Boom, yes.
And it's all because of me that we're here now. Abused and cold. So cold. And talked over. I love you, Dad. I'm so sorry.
Right?
What's that?
Right?
I'm scared to close my eyes. I'm scared to keep them open.